I'm sure most of you are probably quite familiar with the legendary Ralliart name. Well, for me, I've definitely heard of it, but being born in 1995 means that by the time I really got into cars, well, Ralliart has sadly already fallen off the top of rally motorsports. But with all that being said, Mitsubishi is actually bringing Ralliart back into the scene. And one of the first things that they are doing is actually joining the Asian cross-country rally with their Triton. So in order to give us a first-hand experience of what Ralliart is about, Mitsubishi has actually flown us all the way out here to the Grand Prix Motor Park, some 3 hours away from Bangkok, to really give us a feel of what they are trying to do with the Ralliart brand and what rally racing is all about. Because the event today is actually part of their endurance testing for the actual race car that they'll be using in the AXCR. AXCR, yes, that's right. I think it's about a 10 kilometers lap around this beautiful place. So I'll actually be seated as a passenger beside their actual rally driver, and they're gonna be going pedal to the metal. But before that, let me just take you around the car to show you what's the difference between the rally car and our regular road-going Triton that you see on the roads every single day. And spoilers, it's really not that much.
The jump! Woo!
Check that out. Doesn't it just look so aggressive? Now this is just a replica car that Mitsubishi has done up to really just park it in front of events so people can look at it. But it's also been modified similarly to the actual race truck that they'll be using in the Asia Cross Country Rally. And even then, the actual race car isn't that far off from a production Triton that you see on the roads. So let me just quickly bring you through all of the modifications that Mitsubishi is doing to the Triton for it to be rally ready. The main thing that Mitsubishi has worked on is to reduce the weight of the pickup truck. So they've used carbon fiber on the bonnet, on the door panels, both front and back. And the interior has also been stripped out, so really the main focus here is to reduce the weight as much as possible. Even the wheels here, which are 17-inch from Works, they've also been selected with an aluminium construction primarily to reduce weight. Before we move on, let's just quickly run through this livery. It's red, silver and black, which is the signature Mitsubishi Ralliart colours, which supposedly stands for power, speed and success. Well, let's see if it actually brings any success to Mitsubishi Ralliart. So as I said earlier, there's really not that many modifications, and that includes the powertrain, which is pretty much identical to the 2.4 litre turbo diesel unit you'll find in your regular road-going Mitsubishi Triton. It still makes 180 horsepower and 430 Nm of torque, and well, it is tuned by HKS, but what they've done is not to increase power, but instead to reduce the overall weight of the engine and also make it more responsive, especially what Mitsubishi calls at the mid-speed region, which is more frequently used during actual rally stages. Other performance modifications here include the rally-specific suspension setup, racing brakes, as well as a pair of Casco LSDs. But aside from this, everything else, including the chassis and even the Mitsubishi Super Select all-wheel drive system, is still pretty much identical to the one you'll find on your Triton at home. Now, because the AXCR also does a lot of river crossings, they've also added a lot more water sealing, as well as a snorkel style air intakes on the side over there. And of course, as a rally car, there's also a lot more underbody bash plates to protect the underside of the car, and there's also a roll cage on the interior. Now, speaking of interior, let's just have a look inside right now. Now, I'm going to show you inside here, but bear in mind this is just a replica car. But even then, it is already very similar to what you'll see on the rally car that we'll be sitting in just a little bit. Because from what I know, the rally car really didn't do that many changes to the interior over here. It still shares the same instrument cluster, it just shares the aircon unit, the aircon controls. It also still shares the same manual gear shift lever, and that was really the most surprising thing to me. But aside from this, they've swapped out the steering wheel. This is the normal road-going steering wheel, but on the rally car it has a racing style quick release steering wheel. They've also added some extra screens and extra buttons for racing purposes. And as we've said earlier, they're also focusing a lot on lightweighting. So they've stripped out pretty much all of these fancy door panels. But this roll cage is the same as a rally car, and these racing seats over here are also the same as a rally car. And of course, they'll have a full proper 5-point racing harness because the car is actually going racing. The fact that even a rally prep race truck can remain dissimilar to your run-of-the-mill road-going Triton just goes to show how capable the Triton already is, be it the reliability of the engine or even its handling capabilities. And remember, this specific race truck needs to be able to run consistently at high speed for over 1,700 kilometers of tight rally stages over an entire week. And well, that's also probably why the Triton is already so popular here in Malaysia. This year's AXCR will be happening from the 21st to 26th of November, starting from Buriram in the northeast of Thailand and eventually ending at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. For Mitsubishi Ralliart's entry, two-time Dakar Rally winner Hiroshi Masuoka will be leading a team of 3 race prep Mitsubishi Tritons, the first 2 being the actual race trucks driven by Rifat Sungkar and Jayapon Yota, while the third truck will join as a high-speed support vehicle driven by Sakchai Handraku. Alright, so it's finally time to actually feel how the car handles on a dirt track, and I'm stepping into the cockpit here with our driver today, Mr. Sakchai. Mr. Sakchai, oops, a bit hard to climb into the cabin. Okay, with a proper harness here. So Mr. Sakchai will be driving the support car for the race, but driving a support car doesn't actually mean that he's slow, as we're going to be experiencing right now. Alright, and we are off. Full pedal to the metal.
Jump! Woo! We're properly going now. It's not kidding about, man. Let it jump ahead. Woo! Surprising how much grip the tires have. Especially when you brake, it's going. Really blasting fast and straight over here. Woo. That was exhilarating. Thank you so much. If you ever get a chance to go on an off-road trail with a professional driver going full speed, please go and do that because it's something else. Thank you very much. Okay. So as you can probably already tell from that onboard video, it was truly an exhilarating experience. Not only being able to sit in a rally car, but also being driven by the actual professional drivers who will be racing the car in about 3 months' time from now. And what really surprised me in that ride is actually how comfortable the Triton is to go over all of these rough terrains at super high speeds. And even at the high speed jumps, the way the car lands is just really something else. It's really not what I expected of a rally car, but I was actually impressed at how well the Triton handles around all of these tighter turns, and actually how much grip the tyres can give, especially on loose surfaces like this. The brakes have been upgraded to rally specific brakes, but even then, the way the truck brakes in the loose surfaces is really quite surprising how much braking force the tyres and the brakes can provide. But anyway, that's about our trip here at the Grand Prix Motor Park here in Thailand.
and we are pretty much rushing back to Bangkok before 7 p.m. for our dinner. It's been a really unique experience, and thank you Mitsubishi so much for inviting us over here. And I hope that you watching this video have enjoyed it as much as I have. And last but not least, let's wish these guys the very best of luck on the Asian Cross Country Rally in November. That's been it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.